All right, thank you once again for joining us today. Our conversation today is mainly going to be, I have my book, or every time I have my book, because I have something important to share with you. As an African child, all black race are from Africa, so I can categorically say I am indigenous, right? So something has been happening in that continent, and somehow we, the people, we are not digging deep to understand the cause and how to stop it. All right? So I want to beg you something. The only way you can support us, if you like what we are doing, is to share this video. Comment. If you find this video on our Facebook page, please follow us. If you find it on our YouTube channel, please subscribe. If you find it on our TikTok, please share with your friends, comment, and follow us as well so that it will reach other people. Thank you. Now, recently we saw what happened in Kenya. Okay, I want to leave the topic of Kenya. Let's take these two very, very important topics. One, when Ale Onyema, the APs of Nigeria, started his airline business, perhaps recently when the British allowed him to be going into British, I think 2 or 3 times in a week. After some days, he was interviewed and he tried to debunk and, he said a lot of things, how he is facing difficult, how the British government is making it impossible for his business to thrive. And even the government back home, they are being controversial. In some point, he gave credit to the aviation minister, Keyamo. But some other officials at the airport, they are not helping the business to grow. And we can also recall about the so-called Nigerian airline that happened in the Buhari regime, where our own government took our money to sponsor a foreign airline owned by Ethiopia rather than sponsoring the local airline owned by anybody, not just Onyema, because Nigeria has up to 6 airlines in operation. Now, Allen Onyema narrated his side of story, how the foreign and local government is making it impossible for his business to grow. And in the mind of some people, perhaps I was one of them, we thought that because Onyema is an Igbo man, that's why the Nigerian government do not want to stand with him like they have been doing. That is their way. They like to frustrate Igbo businesses. But we are not going to talk about that today. But what shocked me is the recent interview by Dangote, a multi-billionaire, the richest man in Africa. He built almost the biggest refinery in Nigeria. And you know me, and I know that Nigeria has natural gas. Nigeria has crude oil. And we have foreign company managing it in Nigeria. And before Dangote started building his refinery, he had a conversation with the government of Nigeria, and the government promised him how much crude they are going to be supplying him in a day for him to be able to run his refinery smoothly as an indigenous man. And we all as citizens, we rejoiced, we were happy because we want our country to be the best in the world. We want job opportunity to be created for the youth so that all these shenanigans will stop. All these bad things happening because of lack of job opportunity, because the youth are free, because the youth are not doing anything will stop. But unfortunately, this man, Dangote, opened his mouth to tell us that they are frustrating his business. The local agent, the international community, they are fighting to see that his company, his refinery, will close down. Because they say to him, we have no crude oil to supply you. For you to run your refinery, you have to go to the United States of America to import crude. And let me shock you. The crude will be taken from Nigeria, and they will take it all the way to America, United States in particular, because America is a continent. So let's use a specific name, USA. So Dangote have to go and import crude that was taken from Nigeria to US, from the US, and send it back again to Nigeria. And now refine it and sell it to the people. Now my question is, who is fooling who? And they say to us, Buhari have sold all our oil for the next 5 years. And everybody is silent. Nobody is asking questions. Even though you sold our oil for the next 5 years, who can give account what the money was used for? Who can give account what the money was used for? I think nobody can categorically say this is what the money was used for. We know that they built what they will point at is a second Niger bridge, uncompleted bridge, a very condemnable bridge that will be destroyed in the nearest future. And I'm not saying that terrorists will destroy it. No, it will be destroyed to allow us to build seaport in that Niger bridge. Buhari used the bridge to condemn that river, to condemn that sea, and it is not serving the people as it should, because the seaport is more important to us than the bridge. And with the bridge, the seaport cannot be built. So that bridge is condemned. It's useless. And moreover, how much did you spend to build the uncompleted bridge? As we all know, all projects in Nigeria is uncompleted. And let me shock you. I don't know why nobody is asking questions. And when we try to ask questions, they will say to us, oh, you know what, you have to forget about these things. You have to go and focus on building yourself. And I say to you, from how do you think you can build yourself? Nobody is successful until the country succeeds. That's why even Dangote is not successful. Foreigners can easily come into Nigeria and frustrate his business. If they can do this to Dangote, then who are you? I don't even, we are not asking ourselves questions. I don't know why we are not being honest. If they can do this to Dangote, the richest man in Africa, then who are you? Tell me who you are. Tell me why you think they cannot frustrate you, brother. Tell me why you think they cannot frustrate you, sister. That's why I say to the masses, my fellow youth, fighting the government or saying we want Igbo man to be president, we want Yoruba man to be president, we want Hausa man to be president, cannot help us. Even if you vote Peter Obi as a president today, yes, he might try his best, but he cannot stop it. Example, he ruled in Anambra, and he did everything perfect. But when the Utaba man came, we know what Obiano, the Utaba man, did. A governor that takes snuff. Huh? What am I suggesting? Because it will end up as a suggestion. How many will buy the idea? Where I am living today, I told the indigenous, saying, focus more to strengthen the voting system. When a politician realizes that if he or she didn't do well, that the people will judge him with their vote, he or she will be more careful in office. But it's now very clear that nobody is focusing on strengthening the electoral system in Nigeria, but they are saying, is he a deep power or a deep pad? I don't know what that was the name. I'm not a Yoruba. I cannot. I have a lot of friends. My pastor is a Yoruba man. In fact, Yorubas are in here where I'm living. My best friend here is a Yoruba. So I love them. They are my brothers. They are my sisters. But unfortunately, I cannot speak the language. I wish to learn it, you know. But what I'm saying is tribalism, religion can only be used by the politicians to deceive the poor masses, to cause you and I to fight on the street, and they will continue to rule and eat together among themselves in the secret. And you and I will be fighting on the street, wounding ourselves, taking innocent life, which is wrong. Now, after the 2023 election, we've all seen that the major issue we have in Nigeria is the electoral system. How can a constitution say that, okay, a constitution make one recommendation and we spend billions of naira to strengthen the voting system, to make the vote to be electronically. But secretly, the constitution says the same people that is wasting our money to build electronically device so that the masses can be able to vote from anywhere easily and electronically, so that the vote can be at least some percent free and fair. The same constitution said that the masses, the electoral body known as INEC, can conduct election through either electronically or manually. So it means there is no specific recommendation. And that's why the INEC chairman and the sole executive of the INEC was going around the world, even at Charter House, telling us that the votes will be done electronically so that people won't focus to check and balance and provide security measure that will be able to check and balance all their shenanigans. People will just focus on, hey, this election is going to be electronically. Because if you listen to the INEC chairman before the election, if he appeared in 20 places to speak, in fact, he promised that the election will be electronically. But on the D-Day, they said technical bleach. What caused the bleach? Nobody knows the date. And they conducted manual election and wrote what they choose to be the answer. And our law is not also specifically about the stand of the Federal Capital Territory. These are the things that the masses should go and demand for. The assembly members was voted there by us, not by ghosts. They have constituency where they come from. So let each constituency call them back and